Workations.
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 Do you take workations?
What's a workation?
A workation is when you have a business trip or you strategically plan a business trip and then you take advantage of the amazing locations that you can end up in, like where we're at today. I mean, this is beautiful Tampa, Florida. If you guys could see, I know I'm squinting, but there's this amazing sunset kind of right there.
Right
It's incredible, right?
If you can see my glasses, you'll probably be able to see it.
But what I think a lot of people do is they get really, really busy and they don't take enough time to just have fun, to take time out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's an element of working hard. And when you're an entrepreneur, we understand that you've got to put the hours in, you've got to do what you need to do to make your business a success, to make sure that payroll is being met, your advertising budget is being met, and there's profit at the end of the day. However, I think there is definitely, from our experiences, value to be had in actually taking some time out to actually think about what you need to do as your next step. Rather than being busy, too busy being busy, taking some time out and going, hey, I'm going to take an afternoon off to see a sunset or whatever.
You know, I think there's actually a business challenge in there. And what I've learned is that over the last year, we've taken a lot of time out. We've done our workations. And what's amazing about it is that it caused me to fix processes that were broken. So, for example, in November.
Processes. If you're English, it's processes.
So in November, I had a big birthday. I turned 25 again. And
Twice.
and we took a great, amazing trip with some friends over to Asia and took almost a month off. And everyone is like, how do you do that? Like, you're running a business. And what I found is by forcing myself to do that, I was able to put processes in place. And first off, thank you to my team. You guys are spectacular, and you guys are the greatest. But I think really it forces your hand to fix the things that are broken so that you can do it. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I also think it's a case where I was given a piece of advice probably more years than I care to remember. It's been that long ago, I can't remember the year, so that's how long it is. But if you finish every single day as if you had the day off tomorrow, how much more productive would you be?
Ooh, I like that.
Yes. And that enables us to have our extra long weekends. It enables us to have our weeks off, 2 weeks off, because when we work, we make sure that we work to a level to make sure everything is done so we can have tomorrow off if we wanted to. And just making sure you work to that level enables us to have sunset afternoons, Asia trips, American trips, European trips, and just long weekends.
Well, the other thing I think it does is I bring my A game. Like, because I recharge regularly,
Yes.
we have a little cocktail with an amazing sunset, and what it allows me to do is I'm always recharged. So when I meet with clients, I'm like, well, some of you know, I'm like the Energizer Bunny. Like, I get so excited to talk about data and analytics and business and growth and I find that energy is contagious.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think if you talk to my clients, they'll be like, I love your energy. Like, I'm so inspired when you...
Yes, please, one more Yuengling.
It's scary ordering another beer. But so it's that quality of life that some of us get caught in the rigmarole of life. And so think about ways that you can make slight changes.
Yeah, I think it's important to note that working hard isn't a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. For putting all the hours in to make it a success is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But there is a different way. There is a way that if you can work smarter, I think the phrase work smarter, not harder has been coined so often it's actually become so much of a cliche. But there is a way to plan your days out and making sure, and if you say, I can't take a day off because I need to see clients or whatever, what can you do? Rather than keep saying to yourself, I can't do this, what can you do to make that happen? What do you have to do to make that happen if there was only 4 working days per week?
It's funny you say that because Gary knows that in the morning I get out my Brendan Burchard planner.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I used a Panda planner, but there's a planner out there for you. That what I love about these planners is it talks about, they usually write, what would make today extraordinary, and what one thing, if you accomplished it, would make today a win, and what are you excited about today? And I think that what these planners do is they make you so that every day is intentional, and that you're not just kind of going through the motions. Have you ever felt like you're going through the motions of life, but you're actually saying, here's the needle moving things
Yes.
that is going to either grow my business or make me happier or better serve my clients. Incoming, watch out, there's a plane like right over our head. But I think that that's a key point to it too, is, it's that balance. So,
Yes, needle movers. That is
needle movers.
it's not a phrase I'm used to coming from England, but needle movers, but since I've heard it here in the States, it makes so much sense. We can get so bogged down with stuff, just doing stuff that we think is necessary when it doesn't move the needle. As an entrepreneur, if your day should be spent doing the needle moving stuff. If you are spent doing stuff that's not moving the needle, then either, if it's not necessary, then you shouldn't be doing it. If it's necessary, then someone else should be doing it, because you are far more valuable as an entrepreneur than doing the stuff that doesn't move that
Or
needle.
maybe you need to automate your processes.
Automate it.
Automate it, absolutely.
Delegate it, one of the two.
Delete it.
Or delete it, or even delete it.
So,
Yeah.
what I want to tell you guys is plan more workations.
Yeah.
Focus your life so that you're doing the stuff, one, that you enjoy, and
Two moves the needle.
that moves the needle.
That's
That's it.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Make
enjoy
money.
life.
Build businesses.
Cheers from Tampa, Florida.
Bye-bye.